Hi, I'm Susanna Bowling, and this is live from the Hotel Edison Times Square Chronicles Presents. My guest today, I am so excited to have. She is the consummate singer. In terms of singers, there are those that we listen to and those that we emulate, that we want to be. And that category is very small. She's in that category. She has been on Broadway 3 times, in Sondheim on Sondheim, Motown, and the revival of Caroline or Change. She is Grammy, Emmy, Tony nominated, and her new album, Center Stage, live from the Ella Fitzgerald Foundation, is spectacular. I've heard cuts from it, and it is amazing. We're talking Nikenje. I am so excited to have you on. I've interviewed you several times on the red carpet for all 3 of those shows, but seeing you at Diana's fashion show, singing one of my favorite songs, Riding High, and then seeing you and Antonia and the kids that you brought in from the Nikenje Foundation at the Laurie Beechman, it was spectacular.
Thank you.
You're about to open in a show that I saw a reading of years ago, the Dorothy Dandridge musical. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. It's been a love project of mine for many years. It's really something that I've been passionate about. I was in the Motown musical working with Berry Gordy and being a part of the development of that show. And that gave me a behind-the-scenes moment of what that looked like, creating something, going through the process of developing it until we have it all nice and polished for Broadway, right? But there's so much that goes into the creation of these pieces, and
they take like 8 years.
yes, it does. I mean, or more. I mean, Hadestown. I mean, that's
right.
a perfect example of a show that spent many years in development, but now, like, I can't even think of that show leaving Broadway. It's a hit, and everyone loves it. So
I'm surprised you haven't been in that yet.
I haven't auditioned for Hadestown, but
You'd
know
be
that
perfect in it, though.
Yes, I'd love to do that show. I mean, I'm a big fan of Hadestown and so many other shows that are on Broadway. When I was doing Motown musical and working with artists and Smokey Robinson and Stevie Wonder and Berry Gordy, and realizing how important it was to have our stories on Broadway, people of color, and that's part of history, you know, I really decided at that time that I wanted to develop a show that would be transcendent through time and a legacy that everyone could relate to. And I knew Dorothy Dandridge for many years as this big movie star when I was little, watching these reruns of Carmen Jones and Porgy and Bess, and realizing like that she was such a triple threat and very intelligent businesswoman, a mother, a wife. I mean, just all of these different aspects of her that was quite parallel to my life. And I started developing this show. I conceived it. I started with trying to vet, the right team to come on board.
That's important.
It is very, very important, and not just a talented team, but like a collaborative team. Because in this business, there's no point of working with great talented people if they're not very nice to work with.
But it's also about collaboration, and if you can't commune with these people spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, the show's not going to work.
Absolutely. And it was really important for me to make this musical a celebration of her life, honoring her. We have original music. A lot of these shows, it's all original.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. I mean, a lot of these biopic shows are jukebox musicals or music that, but the thing about Dorothy Dandridge, even though she did record a lot of the jazz standards, people knew her as a movie star. right?
But are you singing any of the Carmen Jones?
So yes, so okay. I am singing the habanera, that she does from Carmen Jones, which in fact was recorded by Marilyn Horne. It wasn't even her voice; it was Marilyn Horne's voice dubbed on Carmen Jones.
Why?
Yeah. Welcome to the 1950s and 60s, when it was the first time ever that a black artist was a leading lady. And knowing that she was a singer, they still wanted to have her voice dubbed by
Wait, wasn't Marilyn Horne
white? Yes.
Oh, really? I thought she was biracial.
No, Marilyn Horne is white.
Oh,
I met Marilyn Horne. I've been a part of her Master of Voice classes when I was at Juilliard and Manhattan School of Music.
I swear, I always thought she was biracial.
No. So they had her record. Baby, that's Marilyn Horne.
Oh, you sang for me.
Yes. And so I thought, well, what a great way to showcase and beat Dorothy Dandridge on stage and make sure that her spirit gets the rightfulness of her performing that. So
Absolutely.
I am performing That's Love, of course.
Wait, are you also doing something from Porgy and Bess?
Not yet, but that may be an option. We'll see.
I think you have to because those are so iconic.
They're so iconic. Exactly. I think, as I mentioned, this is, we are continuously developing it. There was a snippet of the Bess You Is My Woman duet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which was between Sidney Poitier and Dorothy Dandridge and Porgy and Bess. So that is Bess You Is My Woman now. And, it's so luscious. And I think that would be definitely something we'd want to keep in the show. We're now at the point where I produced it at Carnegie Hall for 2 sold-out nights at Zenko Hall, and we were very, very proud of that performance. And we did songs from Dorothy Dandridge. We didn't do the entire show. We wanted people to hear the music and have a little of the dialogue to connect the scenes so people knew who was who, outside of just seeing me or Marilyn Monroe or the Nicholas Brothers. And then we did it at the New York Theater Festival, where the musical got the most nominations and the most wins out of all of the shows for that season. And now we are doing a full production of the show at Axelrod Performing Arts Center in February of 2026, which seems like it's right around the corner. And
have you recorded this show yet?
So we have not recorded it commercially.
You need to. Think of Jekyll and Hyde. That album was out multiple years before the show came out.
Yes, and this is definitely something I'm considering for next season. Like, for example, I have my new album, the jazz album, which is Center Stage. I did that live from the Ella Fitzgerald Festival. And I also am trying to, it's for your consideration, trying to Grammy nomination for that album.
Wait, you can only get one every 4 years?
No, I can get every year if I wanted to. Can we just manifest that right now?
Yes,
Grammy
we can manifest that.
Grammy every year.
No, we can definitely manifest
that. And maybe, just maybe, just like I did the live, maybe I do a live album from Dorothy Dandridge from Axelrod instead of going into the studio.
Oh, yeah.
Doing a live.
Fabulous.
Yeah, so you've given me some thoughts. Yes.
But I think, if you are not nominated for a Grammy, something's wrong.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you.
Because I know people that think they can be nominated for a Grammy right now that should never, ever, ever be considered.
Yes.
But your voice, it's exquisite.
Thank you.
With the opera training, with the jazz and the runs, the emotional output, which is so important. I think that's one of the reasons why I think you're so amazing, is because you aren't just one kind of singer, and you embody the music.
Thank you.
I have to ask you my favorite question.
Yes, what's the favorite question?
Michael told me I could ask you this.
Okay.
They say that eyes are the windows of the soul, but I think songs are. What song or series of songs describes who Nikenjay is?
Oh, wow. Are we, well, okay.
The answer is this should change constantly.
Yes, no, absolutely. And I want to be specific about the song, which song that would embody for me from my album.
Oh, okay.
You know? So I would say Summertime.
Really?
Yes.
I would have picked Riding High.
Well, I love Riding High. I love Riding High. One of the reasons why I'm choosing Summertime, and it doesn't mean that it can't be multiple songs, right? You know, depending.
Because you're in the summertime of your life?
Exactly. No, because that's the only song on my album that I infuse opera and jazz in one piece.
True.
And so I started off classically, which are my roots. You know, I was classically trained, went to Juilliard, Manhattan School of Music, and Clara in Porgy and Bess was my very first opera role. So there's something about Summertime that really connects to me from like as a teenager, right? And to be able to do that rendition for my album and be able to have it as a part of an Ella Fitzgerald festival where, yes, we are paying homage to Ella and Cab Calloway and Dorothy Dandridge and Billie Holiday, but also allowing me to pay homage to the opera greats like Leontyne Price and Jesse Norman and Denise Graves and Grace Bunbury, you know, and the mixture of these artists, both opera and jazz, who have, you know, affected me immensely when it comes to my craft. It's my way of being able to pay homage to them with that song and mixing those genres together for the album. And yeah, so it I would say that you know, and it's Summertime, and it's a song that I used to also sing to my daughter when she was little. You know, and like really, like it's a song that...
Like a lullaby.
Yeah, it is a lullaby, you know? I mean, even though when you sing it classically, you know, but it's really...
The child would be going, yeah!
I know, but I used to sing that to my daughter. So Summertime just has so many different layers of meaning to me that I'm very, very proud to share that with the audience and the listeners.
Who inspired you the most singing? I know that you originally wanted to sound like Mariah Carey and
Whitney Houston, yes.
But is that really who inspired you the most to sing?
When I was little, yes.
Really?
Actually, more Whitney. I mean, Whitney could do no wrong. Her voice was just perfection. She can do so much with her voice. I think that if she wanted to do opera, she could have. Like, I think God just blessed her with this golden voice that was flawless. And it's such a shame that we lost her so soon. I think that it's a tragedy in a way. It is not in a way, but it's a tragedy that we are given such special artists like Whitney Houston, special artists like Dorothy Dandridge, like these artists that we lose at such a young age, and because of society and the business and the circle that's around them to lead them into a hole of despair. And
people don't really understand the business and what it really is and what it really entails. In a strange sense, it's like selling your soul.
And you can choose whether you want to sell your soul or not. You can choose. And when you do make that choice of selling your soul, then you have to...
Down the rabbit hole you go.
Yeah, and then you get exposed to, you know, a lot of people that are just putting information in your head to manipulate you. And I'm a very big advocate of of women supporting women.
Absolutely.
You know, and when a friend of mine thrives, I'm thriving, right?
Absolutely.
You know, if someone asks me, like, can you help me with it? Yes. When? How? When? How? How can we do this, right?
No, I'm the same. I'm the
know?
same way. As a matter of fact, Times Square Chronicles just collaborated with Aspiring Magazine, which is Lana Gordon was on the cover. It's all about women entrepreneurs.
Yes.
So I was excited to partner with them, and we also partnered with the Hollywood Times Magazine.
Yes.
And you would think that would be like, dun, 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 dun. But she's also very much the same way.
Yes.
About uplifting people, making sure that the right news comes out. So we're all on the same page on that.
Yes, absolutely. And I don't think that has always been a thing.
Oh, it wasn't.
Years ago, right? And society the business would always pitch women against each other.
Oh.
Right? And what's interesting about the
society not only pitches women against women, it pitches races against races.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, it's disgusting.
Yes.
I mean, when I see people, I don't even see color. I see auras.
Yes.
So it's really hard for me when people say this. And I'm like, huh?
I think that's fascinating that you see auras.
I do.
I'm always like, what's my color? Tell me.
You're kind of like wearing your color.
Really?
You're very blue.
Oh, and what does blue mean?
Peace,
Yes.
success,
Wow.
serenity.
Wow.
That, like the color of blue that's around you.
Yes.
And it's almost in white, which makes sense considering your Nikenje Foundation. Talk about that foundation, actually.
Absolutely, yes. The Nikenje Foundation is all about supporting BIPOC stories and uplifting children and any age that are not having the opportunities that they need. We've initiated a lot of different platforms to be able to give people opportunities that they would not normally have. And one of those platforms is the Are You the Next Showstopper? We did our national competition last year where we got 3 winners of different ages, and we sent them all expense paid trip to a 15-day immersive program in Paris. And in that program, they got a chance to work with the best teachers, voice lessons, dancing, acting, workshops, collaborating with each other, being a part of the culture of the arts community in Paris, France. And we're going to be doing it again this year.
In Italy?
In Italy. It's going to be in Italy this time. And it's so important. These are programs that weren't in existence when I was growing up. And so my goal is to create platforms that I would have loved to have as an aspiring singer, actress, dancer, but didn't have the opportunity.
So you're living out your childhood dreams.
I'm living out my childhood dreams.
Oh, no, I love that because that's like moving it forward, paying it forward in a way that is spectacular.
Yes, no, absolutely. And we also have gone into schools in New York and New Jersey and brought a program called Beyond the Spotlight, which is about the story of Dorothy Dandridge to the kids, along with mindfulness and financial literacy. So it's a 3-fold educational program that we brought to about 2,000 kids.
Wait, I have to introduce you to somebody if you don't know him. And right now my brain is like seriously fried.
Yes.
So I can't think of his name, but there's a guy that runs Theater International, and he gets like musicals and turns them into kid versions of it. But he would love this program.
Oh, yes.
Like massively
Absolutely.
love it.
Absolutely. And interesting enough, that program is called Beyond the Spotlight. And what we're naming the musical for Dorothy Dandridge is Spotlight, the Dorothy Dandridge musical.
Love it.
Yes, because it is the spotlight on her life and not just Hollywood, but beyond Hollywood.
How can people help get Center Stage nominated for the Grammy? Is there anything that we can do as a collective?
Yes. Well, those who are Grammy voters, they can go to my website, which is nkengemusic.com. That's N-K-E-N-G-E, music.com. And on my website, there is a tab that says FYC. Grammy voters know what that means. That means for your consideration.
All right.
And so you go to that tab, and that's all of my music, access to my music, quotes that I've gotten, the video of my Bewitched from the Ella Fitzgerald live performance, and also the categories that I am actually submitting for. So jazz vocal performance, jazz vocal album, album notes, and the album cover. So I've actually, there's multiple categories that when you get to that page, you'll see it. And we open the voting in a couple of days on Friday. And so the idea is to listen to my music, and when you're voting, go down to those categories and vote for Nkenji.
I know a lot of Grammy voters.
Oh, that's awesome.
Including
yes.
Samantha Shishel, who works for Live Nation. So I'm going to definitely tell
Oh my
Samantha.
goodness. Yes, please. You know,
And she'll tell everybody else she knows.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Because, you know, if people aren't aware of it, then they don't know it. And when you, as a Grammy voter, just last year I became a Grammy voter. And there's so many amazing artists out there. And it's a long list. When the first round, it's just names, and links. So, you know, to be able to get people that know you personally to listen to your music, it just helps.
People know I'm a complete bitch when it comes to, hey, I know what I am. When it comes to music,
Mm-hmm.
if you are good, I am your biggest fan.
Yes.
If you are not, I feel insulted that I had to listen and that you're even nominated or up there.
Yes.
To me, it's like the biggest insult in the world, because I have what's known as musical memory, and I can walk into a show and come out singing it.
Mm-hmm.
I sing on perfect pitch.
Yes.
So, thank you. So to have somebody that cannot sing, it disturbs me beyond belief.
Yes.
My friends will tell you, Magda's making signs, but she also means that.
Yes.
Is there anything, we have to wrap this up.
Okay,
I've gone too far.
Well, this is such a great,
no.
I mean, I'm so happy to be here. The only other thing I would mention
What would you like?
is if anyone wants to support the Dorothy Dandridge musical, anyone who wants to support the arts and help bring the show to Broadway, to definitely reach out to me directly. There is dorothythemusical@gmail.com. They can go to the website, which is DorothyDandridgeMusical.com, and there's also the foundation. If someone wants to donate money to the foundation is also a producer of the Dorothy Dandridge. So let's let's say someone doesn't have, they're not interested in investing in the show, but they want to make a tax-deductible donation, do it to the Nkenji Foundation, and then we can earmark it to the Dorothy Dandridge Project.
Absolutely.
So yes, thank you so much for having
Oh
me.
my God, you are more than welcome. If you want to hear a phenomenal singer, and I do mean phenomenal, go to Nkenji's website. You will be enwrapped. I'm so grateful that she decided to come be with me. And I'd like to thank Magda Katz for always making us look and sound good. To Ramel Gopez and the Hotel Edison for giving me this space to be able to talk about things I believe in and want to share. Thank you for listening. I'm Susanna Bowling, and this is live from the Hotel Edison. Times Square Chronicles presents.